Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great week so far, and welcome to a quick video on Solana. All right, I wanted to give you my thoughts on what's going on right now. Wanted to give you my thoughts on the most likely scenario, etc. You know, all right. Most of you know these daily updates. In general, Solana has been relatively strong. I mean, if you compare it, and we can again look at that at that beautiful Solana Bitcoin chart. What you'll see there is that's actually relatively bullish, all right? You can see that there's, we can actually drag this resistance level. It's now at resistance, but there's some sort of a bullish structure in this. So in general, Solana, I would say, is relatively stronger than Bitcoin at this point of time. But that's also, I mean, that was to be expected. If you watched my video yesterday, what we talked about is that Solana, if you look, and we'll just look at some other, all right? We'll just look at these numbers real quick. If you look at Solana right now and you look at all the activity on the network, they're actually doing quite well, all right? Total value locked is down a bit, of course. The whole market is down, so that usually happens as well. However, daily active addresses are still pretty high, daily transactions as well. DEX volumes are, well, relative to a month ago, also still high. No, a little bit longer, like relative to the last 3 months, DEX volumes are still quite high, but they have dropped down, all right? So fundamentally, I think Solana is still strong, especially if you look at the TVL, but it's not as strong as the end of as the end of February or the beginning of March, for example, all right? But yeah, so Solana is relatively strong here. However, even though it's relatively strong, whereas we talked about potentially getting towards 210 and potentially reaching the all-time highs again, I don't think that's most likely right now, all right? If you look at the open interest, look, what we need to see for Solana to really turn bullish is an open interest that's really going up here, right? And what you can see right now is that, sure, we had a bit of a boost in open interest this morning, but overall, this is still a very bearish structure, all right? So there's no momentum. So if there's no momentum, I don't assume that Solana will be bullish. I think there's a possibility. I definitely do think that there's a possibility of Solana getting at least back up to the top right here of this range, if you want to call it that, because it's looking more and more like we are kind of ranging within this area, right? So that is a possibility, but it's just reliant on Bitcoin, all right? Even though Solana relative to Bitcoin has been a bit stronger, ultimately, if you remember that chart of Solana against Bitcoin, it's also consolidating. So it's not that Solana has so much strength on its own that it will break out without Bitcoin, especially in these market circumstances. You just need Bitcoin to get some sort of a bullish breakout here in order for Solana to start rallying up to 200. And then to break above 200, you need a very high and ramping up and rallying open interest. And that's definitely not the case either. So it just depends on Bitcoin. I would say it's most likely we will spike a bit higher, but that from there we'll reject and drop back down towards 175 and 170. And at some point of time, we're going to get a breakout. But right now, given the state of the market, I would say the most likely breakout you should prepare for is a bearish one. And just in general, I would wait for some more confirmation, right? Because it is very, very possible that Bitcoin gets some sort of a bullish pullback today. But as long as it's below 66,500, purely technically, it's still super bearish, all right? On the short term, at least. So be prepared for that. That's at least what I think you need to know. I mean, I don't have a very clear idea of what's next for Solana. Like I said, I think this is a pretty fair guess. But in general, wait for confirmation, all right? There's not much, apart from scalping maybe, to gain out of trading Solana right now. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. If you do have any questions, of course, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.